Hey y'all! Alright, I am here getting ready for the Sacred Money Circle topic today, inviting my partner in crime, Roseanne, and we'll start. Today's topic is raising your vibration through celebration, and raising vibration through celebration. And we're gonna kind of falling. Oh my god. We're gonna be talking a little bit deeper about um, vibration and frequency. And here's Roseanne. So let's bring her on, and we can get started. How's everybody's weekend? If anybody else is on, feel free to give us some heart. Hi, hon.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Good.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning. Whenever you're watching this.
Oh yeah, all around the world. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I was just letting everybody know that we're going to be talking about raising your vibration with celebration. We're talking about frequency today and what that is and how to pay attention to it, because that was part of our topics today, and also how ways to celebrate. How's that sound?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I came up with a few different ways too that I didn't realize I was doing, but actually helps out. So it's like not what you're thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that about raising your frequency, or is that about celebrating?
Both actually.
Okay.
It's
You
both.
want to share those with us? You want to share that now, or what should we talk about?
Yeah. Sure, that'd
Okay.
be fine.
Cool.
I can do that. I'll
Okay.
backtrack a couple of days to my
Okay.
Saturday because I was having a really off day right when I woke up, and there's a couple of different techniques that you can learn about raising your vibration first thing in the morning. And when those don't work, take a nap. I I actually went back to bed, right?
Yeah, I
If you
totally do that.
can, if you can, just take a nap. When you're trying to
Abraham.
force, yes, when you're trying to force an action, you're creating more of what you don't want, and you're like pounding it in, and yeah, and it's just not happening. It's not happening, and so sometimes right from the get go, you can just take a nap,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
celebrate the fact that you can take a nap and be forgiving of all the naps that you hated when you were little. Yeah,
No,
so
I
so
know.
that was one of them. Another one is today raising the vibration is meditation, because that stops all thought, and if you don't pick up right where you left off, you can create a different vibration and head it off the path. So
Yeah, absolutely. So so like one of the things that we both, Roseanne and I, have learned is that your energy, your vibration equals your currency. So that's one of the reasons why we're even talking about this today in a money circle, is because if you are constantly having negative thoughts about, I would even think any areas in your life,
yeah.
judgmental thoughts, um, if everything's a chore for you, if life is hard for you, you're coming at life and your wealth at a lower vibration. You
Mhm.
know, anger, resentment, frustration, all of those emotions keep you in a place, I mean, you feel it. I call it low vibe because that's what we're taught. We taught to call it. But you feel it. You feel icky. It's just this icky kind of stuck feeling. And if you're really committed to changing your money story, you're going to have to figure out for yourself how to rise above those low vibration feelings. Um, David Hawkins wrote a book called Power versus Force. It has a vibration calibration chart. You can Google it online. You just say energy frequencies, and he goes from 100 to 1,000. 500 is the vibration, so it is measurable, of love. So if you can get to love, just to love in your life, you've already raised your vibration. I think above anger is like acceptance. If you can get to acceptance of your situation, you've raised your vibration. And so your wealth, your ability to attract wealth is equal to how much you're living in a higher vibration. So that's one of the reasons why we're even bringing this information to you today about celebrating, raising your vibration by celebrating. Because what happens when you're at a party, right? Right? When you're at a party or you're celebrating a birthday, you're celebrating an anniversary, it's like, how are you feeling? You're feeling up in those higher vibrational frequencies. You're feeling loving, you're feeling blissful, you're feeling joy. And those are the states of being that we need to rise to in order to attract more wealth to us. Got anything to say about that?
Yes. Yes. And actually too, if you have some positive things that you can focus on and not even be thinking about the money aspect, and just focus on the things that are bringing you joy, that's going to raise your vibration for all the things that you desire. So, but focusing on that negative thing, that's just going to delete all the positive, because then you're not going to see what's right in front of you. So an easy way is to just not think about it. And that's really hard when you're looking at when you're looking at your bank account, if it's not enough or, less than. If you're just focused on that, then that's the only vibration you're going to keep receiving. And
Correct.
I was just listening to Abraham Hicks today, and she was talking about that same aspect of where you want to go financially. If you're looking at what is, you're staying in that vibration of what is. So think about all the times that you've had the money received. We talked about this before in other areas of your life where you have received a discount for something, or something was like totally unexpected, and you're just like, wow, don't dismiss that. Hold on to it and just be like, embrace it and be thankful and wow, excited for that, because then the universe brings you more of that excitement in all areas. But if you're focused on the negative, then you're just going to delete everything else that's positive, and that's your vibration that you want to hold on to.
Yeah. One of the things that I've learned from Abraham Hicks is that it takes, what is it? Maybe but I'm going to guess. It's like 16 seconds or 17 seconds for a negative thought to get planted into your central nervous system. But it takes 6 to 8 seconds for a positive thought to counteract that negative thought.
Yeah, she just said that just like 2 minutes.
That's so hilarious.
Yeah, 68 seconds.
Yeah, that knowledge, like having that knowledge for me was like a game changer. Because what I would start to do is I would start recording like positive affirmations or things that I really wanted, or images, and I would set a timer for 68 seconds. And when I was out on a walk or something, if there's something that I was really trying to call in, I would just keep focusing on that for 68 seconds. It's also super, those numbers are super important to kind of tap into, because we all have negative thoughts. We all go down rabbit holes. But when we can catch ourselves in the first 16, 17 seconds, it's like, boom, I've caught myself. What's the opposite? And then give yourself at least a minute, 68 seconds is just over a minute, just saying to yourself the opposite, the opposite, the opposite. This is really what I want. This is really what I want. This is really what, and it absolutely works, and it absolutely transfigures that, transposes a bit, like deletes that negative thought, so you can continue on your road of momentum of positivity. Yeah.
Right. Right. And if you can bring in the feeling of what you want, that brings even more energy, and the power of your emotion brings that in. So if you can connect with it, and I need to get better at practicing this, is actually I can say the affirmation, and it's just verbiage. It's just not meaningful.
Right.
And I need to practice this more, because you have to connect with it. Open up your heart space and
Yeah.
connect with the actual feeling of what you want and desire. And that is powerful.
Yeah, one of the journaling meditations I was doing this morning was a willingness to change a pattern, the pattern of not, the pattern of lack, or the pattern of not having a great relationship with money. And it was amazing, like even just writing, just starting to write. At first you may not have a connection to what you're writing. At first it just may feel like, for me this morning, it was just felt like verbiage. It just felt like I was complaining. And then all of a sudden it's like, all of a sudden there was like this click in my head, and I started writing these words that had more meaning to me, that it was like spirit took over. It was like, yes, this is it. And then I could feel it. I could feel my vibration getting lighter. I could feel everything being more positive. I could feel myself excited about this new normal that I was creating with my writing. And so that's another way to change your vibration, and use that as well.
Yes, your guidance, your emotional system and how you feel is your guidance. So when you start feeling that heaviness, when you catch that, if you listen to your body is telling you if you're going in the direction of what you want, or if you're staying here, or if you're even going lower than here. Because you can go back lower, and you can go backwards to what you absolutely don't want. You've already been there. So if you go back a little bit, and you're trying to bring that forward by remembering or feeling what that felt like, or making stuff up in your head, you're getting way off track. So listen to your emotions and catch that heaviness. And then when you catch the lightness of how something feels, even though what is different and not where you want it to be, you can feel the lightness of that and celebrate it and ride that 68 seconds to even longer, because then another positive and another positive and another positive, and it'll keep raising your vibration more and more. So ride that. Yeah, right. Yes. That little bit of what I tend to do is I'll say it in the affirmation when I'm looking at what is, or a bill I don't have the funds for right at the moment. I'll be looking at what is and say the right thing, and then the feeling of the lack is still there, and I don't take it as far as I could, and just like keep going until I'm like complete with that feeling. Because that's how you go right back into the negative, emotion. So right. Momentum. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things that Rosanna had talked about what you can try on this week to change your relationship with money, is to kind of track or be aware of the areas that you're receiving different kinds of abundance. Like I was telling Roseanne when we were talking about this and planning this, I was telling her, it's like I was invited to spend the day on the lake, on a boat and kayak, and do all these, sporting activities that, I wouldn't normally do, because I don't have those things. And it was like, it was like living a lush life, for a while. And she's like, yeah, and celebrate that because you received that. And I'm like, yeah. And so when we can remember, we can put some celebratory or positive spin on the things that we're receiving that may not be monetary, like in physical money, but definitely costs money. Having a boat on a lake costs money.
Right.
Paying for the gas, money. Buying a kayak costs money. Having a dock lake costs money. I got to enjoy that, for free, for free. But it was like the universe was like always is like saying yes. It's saying yes. It's saying yes to that abundance. That is acknowledging that abundance and then celebrating, hey, wow, that's so cool that I've manifested, somebody in my life who's willing to share that with me. I love it. And so we're asking you this week to kind of be in awareness, like when you're shopping, if something that you always buy is on sale, that's something to celebrate, If somebody gives you something unexpectedly, that's something to celebrate. Roseanne got a raise, unexpected raise. That's something to celebrate.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if like somebody gives you a great testimonial about what you're doing, that's something to celebrate. And all of those little celebrations are ways to raise your vibration.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And that journaling part of it, you can journal this stuff into the vibration and you'd be amazed. Well, we should talk about that one time about journaling. I have many times about journaling a certain situation, like about our taxes that we just did, and I wrote down the exact amount, and I was just like, oh, wouldn't it be nice, thank you, say thank you for, the amount, and that was the amount. I'm just like, what? Really? And then I wrote about a discount for the closet doors in the RV. I was like, thanking the guy because I didn't like the proposal. I was like, and so yeah, I wrote about that. Thank you for the discount and the closet doors, and I appreciate his work. And I went really deep into the whole thing. And then when my husband gets home, he's like, oh, he knocked $50 off. Isn't that weird? And I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. And then I was like, wait a second. I did that. I did that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah. So you can totally use journaling to help you manifest those things that you want in your life. You can write it down. Roseanne's a perfect example of what she's wrote out. She wrote out what she wanted in her tax refund, and she got it. And she wrote out exactly what she expected to pay for a new closet door. So you can totally do that. I'm going to have to do that with my car. Repair, because I'm a big car repair, so I'm going to have to do that.
Yes. Yes. Do it and feel how excited, how nice it'd be to receive that discount and appreciating your car working and all this stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. It's amazing how we are so much powerful. We have so much more power in our minds than we really give ourselves credit for, and even understand that we have. And so even just doing these little practices a little bit each week, hopefully you're sticking with us and you're trying these and you're having some amazing ahas. So we would love to hear from you if anything's like resonating with you, if you've tried any of the tips that we've given you and you've had results, please message us or write in the comments what's working for you, because we would love to have your feedback. And if there's anything that you really need help you're struggling with, we would love to hear that too, so that we can address it.
Yeah, we can do another live on that subject as well. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see comments right now?
There's nobody watching.
Not yet.
We're all alone. Not yet.
Woo! Okay.
Everybody went back to work.
Yeah, I know. Jeremy's out in it's like 118 or something out there where he. I know. Yeah.
That's a good one to Jeremy about. Jeremy, just stay home in the cool.
Yeah. Oh, I have. I definitely have. Yeah. All right. So it's been good.
Anything? Yeah. We good?
I think so. Yeah.
All
Just
right.
look for those little bits to celebrate and call it in. Call it in what you're expecting, what you desire, and don't forget, if you just leave it up to just like willy-nilly and just leave it up to whoever to decide, you're going to probably get what you don't want. So raise your vibration into what you want, and you'll get more of that. So.
Yeah, that's really an important, that's a super important key. It's like, if you're used to just allowing life to happen to you,
Yeah.
then life is just listening to what you're thinking.
Yeah.
What you're saying. Yeah. And how you're expressing yourself. So if you really are ready to change your life, then yeah, design your life, write it
Yeah.
out, be aware of what your thoughts are, be aware of what you're speaking, be aware of how you're expressing yourself to others. And that's how you're going to create momentum and change. And,
Absolutely.
yeah, cool.
Yes. Thank you for
All right,
watching.
guys.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah,
So
give
much
us a
fun.
hashtag. Yeah, give us a hashtag replay when you watch this, and then just let us know if there's anything that we can help you with personally. We'd love to share with you more.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye. Bye-bye.